What the?
Bothering anybody now. Good.
Fall back to original positions. The courser's nearing the elevator.
What?
Who?
Anyone alive needs to get up to the top floor immediately. Shots are over.
Who's there?
Looks like the last time I got a checkup.
Sweet.
I don't believe you are.
Please, no! You don't have to do this, please!
You. Come here. Are you here for the synth?
Yes. I'm here to help the synth.
And you think I'll just hand her over? To you? You've been tracking me. What do you really want?
I need what's in your head.
That you cannot have.
Doesn't take long. Did good.
Don't shoot. I don't want to die. Get away from me.
Hi.
Get away from me. I don't want to die.
Hello? Are you hiding?
Terminal's gotta be
Hey, there's
somewhere.
ammo in this one. Not bad. Good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time. But a fine ship, you know.
You're back. The glowing sea. Virgil.
I found Virgil.
Unfortunate, but
Thanks, Doctor. How do I find them?
I can't. But I do have a...
All right. I'll find them.
Good luck.
Right?
Can't believe it. He looked just like Sammy, too.
Sure as hell didn't act like him. Instant you think they can replace me.
Smells good, neighbor treating you, Toots.
They got another thing coming.
Die!
Calm down. Huh. It spins. Ah, so it starts with R. There we go.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Not 1 foot closer.
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
I helped Carl out of a jam. He knows a guy who knows a guy, and they hooked me up with the lead.
We'll look into that. Last question. Why are you here?
I found a Courser chip. Can your people decode it?
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This lady is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating her, you might want to show this courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the railroad.
Hopefully, we can work something out.
What you're asking for puts us in a tricky position.
Des, we need to let her in. She's got an intact courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. She killed a courser. There's no way she's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about your chip inside. Decoding a courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong, the least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Oh, hey, Des. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages!
Right. Some ground rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done, we get the courser chip.
Fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you. We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little.
Piece of synth.
I don't know.
What?
Maybe.
Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right.
It's hard to keep track.
We're still running.
Maybe under all that, he's a synth.
Oh man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be. Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait. They're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh, man, we got lucky. Got you, you institute bastard. I got you.
No way you can
Solve for him. Come on. Show me that sweet bass number. Come on. Yeah, we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're interested. But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first.
Don't try anything, stranger.
Geiger counter doing cartwheels too?
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. How'd you...
The railroad helped me.
Oh, I would have... Sorry. You're not the only... I did the best. Came up with... Here's the ship. You know the crate?
Right.
All the data's...
Uh-huh. I'm sure it'll work.
For the... But can you?
I've got it covered.
Good. And it's... No. Don't you have work to be doing?
Protect and serve.
Whatever they're aging in here, I think it's gone too long.
If we're going to be dealing more with each other, I need to make sure that we're on the same page. You know what a synth is, right?
Yeah.
Good. The Institute.
Sure. That sounds like slavery.
Exactly. So I have a...
I risk my life for people every day.
Well said. Someone with you.
Right.
But right. And in turn...
Desdemona.
Ah, the Courser Killer returns.
I need to build a...
Listen, you're... So, prove it. Come here again if you need to meet us. We'll know you're coming.
Hey, let me ask.
Desdemona.
Come here again if you need to meet us.
You didn't see anything suspicious.
We'll know you're coming.
Right?
Des says we stay here until you leave. No pressure.
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango...
Your leader was just being cautious.
Exactly. But
Right.
it's all good now.
Don't worry. I'll keep your secret.
So
You got my attention.
I got a job. Then...
Sign me up, then.
Perfect.
Hey.
Juan,
Wait there. Hold position. Stay there.
I'll stay put.
Over here.
Done and done.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Des says we stay here until you leave. No pressure.
I don't have anything to say to you.
Analyzing.
Ham.
Processing. Unknown human.
That's a strange way to say...
Tempo. I was.
Sure. Well.
I provide.
What? That's amazing.
Caution.
Even if you're wrong sometimes? That's unbelievable.
Repeat. Operate. Query.
I'm from Vault 111, if that's...
Access. Converse.
I don't have anything to say to you.
Watch yourself outside. He was in the entryway when the SRB blew the door. So, caretaker made it out. He was by the goddamn elevator. Scarecrow's gotta be alive. Scarecrow's not on Carrington's list. He's probably. And what? Let's get it out. Even if he showed up now, he's been burned. You gotta be kidding me. After everything he's done for us? Maybe a don't. The Institute has had too much time. We can't chance it. He's out. You! I'm not talking.
It's a nice little setup. Wouldn't mind one of these at the agency.
Drummer boy said it's a sin. What?
Every so often, boom, new identity. It's hard to keep track. Maybe under all that,
He's a sin.
he may not even be alive. He's spent his days in cool. That should be Bulge. Someone said after one of Deacon's space jobs, he was a woman.
There's no way Deacon is a woman.
Well, the point is, no one knows who what Deacon is. Searching me from the border?
Still waiting to hear from Randolph.
I heard the runners have resistance here.
Well, the whole safe house is gone. could be weeks before we get it. I just want to know if it was worth it.
Don't we all?
We'll file out separately after you leave. Best not to attract attention here. We'll file out separately after you leave. Best not to attract attention here.
Take care of yourself, dear.
I really appreciate you helping us out here.
I need your help with these schematics.
Oh yeah? What are they for?
These are plans for building a signal interceptor to get inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my baby.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. I'd like to help, but you know my situation. I've got to deal with the immediate problems first. I haven't forgotten that you need my help. Remind me as soon as you found out what that settlement needed from the Minutemen.
Deathclaw and Concord was bad. Ever seen one of those suckers before?
Sure. Leonard, one time I killed a Deathclaw. Low power armor, fancy minigun.
Always wondered what.
You telling me you killed a Deathclaw with one bullet?
Too shabby.
Come on, take me for it.
Back in the day, I had quite the shot.
Yeah, or quite the imagination.
you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
Take it easy.
You're with the... We said most people...
We're rebuilding the Minutemen from the ground.
Let it. There's a... We know where they're coming.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those.
Thanks. I knew you would help us.
Detected. Curious.
Anything you can't hold. Please.
What was that?
Oh, hell no!
Man, come back! tin can? Shit! Lost him.
Yes.
When you turn up, you're dead. You're dead! Hear me? Covering fire! Kill Rod. Need some cover fire over here! Just run!
raiders?
Yeah.
No. So, if we want... So...
Just looking to trade a little.
Sure.
Number one rat. We should get out of here.
I used to be quite adventurous when I was
I haven't forgotten about your problem, but my obligation to the Minutemen needs to come first.
You know that settlement you sent me to help? They've decided to join the Minutemen.
That's great news. I knew you were the right person. By the way, not much use yet, but once I don't...
I figured you'd tell me when you were ready.
Have you heard of the Quincy massacre?
Your group came...
I was with Colonel Hollis's group. Only a few of us...
As long as you don't give up. Right?
I'm not... That's why I'm talking to you.
That means a lot coming from you, Carl.
I appreciate that.
Okay. I'll do it.
Good.
Sure.
Don't worry.
That's quite a promotion you just gave me.
The leader of the Minutemen has always held the rank of general. Our last leader was General Becker. After he died back in '82, nobody could agree on who should take his place. The one good thing about being the last Minuteman is there's no one to argue with me when I say you're the new general. Now it's your job to me. I've got...
Right? Sure. Whatever.
Our scouts... The trouble is that once you clear it out, before you know it...
Time's up, asshole!
I hope you were smarter than this. Not that it's an option. Don't let all that horsepower go to your head.
Hi.
You wanted help earlier. Some kind of machine to get into the Institute?
The Institute used
Teleportation. If anyone can make... I'll mark it on your map. Go find out what they need. We could use more settlements supporting our cause.
One of these houses would be a good place to set up some beds.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Wow. What a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
It's real. I got it from an ex-Institute scientist.
Seriously? I didn't know you could be an ex-Institute anything and still be breathing. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Good work, Sturgis.
Well, don't thank me yet. I think I got the gist of it, but it's gonna take some time to work out the details of some of the hairier sections. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out. Keep in mind,
Right.
like if you had a... and it's...
I want to trade a few things.
Now, this here don't look like paradise. That's nothing a little elbow grease can't fix. Okay, maybe a lot of grease. How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah, ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Here's a list of 3. I'll meet you over at the...
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
afraid I'm not much use for fighting anymore. Back in the day, folks used to call me.
Hey, Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. Don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
It's stuck.
I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Only opens with a key. Can't pick this. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your mother. To talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, It made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. I am the...
Sean.
It really... I know you must...
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the Institute.
Doesn't matter what they think.
I'm glad we see.
Right?
Ultimately, the common... Just... What else can I say?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the...
Sure.
The Institute took advantage of Institute technology. He never failed the Institute. But his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assumed that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
Is all that really necessary? What's there to learn?
For now, it is enough that you understand that the Institute really is devoted to the betterment of humanity. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities. And finally,
No use.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past the projected lifespan.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now.
You're here. Glad. You made it. The file control software could use an update. If it were just limb twitching, involuntary twitching.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately. Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface.
This a clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning?
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
Excuse me, Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. When Father told us about you, if you don't mind my...
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown. As you might guess, we maintain and upgrade all... There's a lot of the work we do, so...
Absolutely.
Take your time. If there's...
It must be a challenge to meet the power...
Absolutely.
Right?
Over the... When... For... It's a...
Dr. Fillmore.
What's on your mind?
Scanning unknown identity.
Is it true Food 777 has been dismantled?
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Well, that's insulting.
I'm sorry. Not my intention. There's just quite a bit going on right now, and your arrival has the potential to throw things off schedule. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are...
Safety first. Remember that.
It's really exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. And those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Doctor?
Welcome. So good to have you here. Doctor, I
look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, as our most... To that end, we've even started to explore... You probably saw the...
Sure. Seems like...
I'm
not sure how well I'll fit in.
Great. In any case...
You mentioned medical care?
In that case, you'll want... He's our top biologist, and also, Dr. Volkert works in the... You won't find better...
Looking forward to working.
Theoretical limits on main program.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, ma'am.
I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Greetings, ma'am.
They're heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
Feels like this project
They're
has been
dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me.
Good to see
Please
you.
don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments a little to get what you need.
Hey, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ao, acting director of the Synth. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal. Now, Father has asked that our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow the results could be Our main instrument is the coursers hunt down. They are highly self-sufficient. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Did I turn off the interferometer?
All systems nominal. Operating at full capacity. Nothing to report, ma'am.
Hello.
It's an honor to have you here. Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can... Ultimately, unfortunately, not
Right.
as remarkable. The superior synth
Sure. If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, The Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.